Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. One day after the Ministry of Labour issued a public service announcement highlighting that Carnival Monday and Tuesday are not public holidays, the Chamber of Commerce sat with Hot 7 News to give details as to why this is the case. The executive director of the chamber, Brian Louisi, said this has been the case for over a decade. However, many people are not aware of the reason behind this. Louisi said, on the other hand, the chamber has encouraged business owners to allow their staff to take the time off to enjoy the festivities.
The Monday and Tuesday of Carnival are not public holidays, and what the chamber has always done is encourage our members and encourage a wider business community as they continue to support Carnival celebrations, to give their staff time off to enjoy and participate in the festivities. Many years ago, the 70s or 80s I think it was, the whole issue of Carnival being a public holiday was thrown out the window because it is just too expensive for the economy, where persons have to work, that they have forced to pay overtime, then double time on a holiday. So it is not a public holiday, and the business community and government services give people the time off where it is possible to enjoy and participate in Carnival. The Chamber has traditionally written to its members, and we will be issuing a notice later on today to once again encourage our members to give time off where it's possible for the staff members to participate.
Louisi went on to say that the misconception stemmed from the fact that business owners have granted staff time off on the said days for decades.
Because a number of businesses generally across the island have given staff time off, banks have chosen not to operate, and the banks need special permission under the Banking Act not to operate at the regular hours. Persons may have come to think that it is a public holiday, but it is not a public holiday, and we expect our members and the wider business community, where it is possible, to continue, because there are some businesses, some kinds of services that need to operate. For a simple example, hotels need to continue to operate, and they will not be forced or asked to pay double time because it's not a national holiday. They will pay regular hours, and so you will find some eating establishments. Actually, the Carnival season is a good business time, so they will remain open and facilitate. And I think there's been a good working relationship between employees and employers.
Louisi said this has been the case since 1982. Following Tuesday's PSA informing the public that Carnival Monday and Tuesday are not public holidays, the Hot 7 team sought to find out whether the general public was aware of this and whether they knew why this was the case. Here's what they had to say.
It's a holiday for me.
It's a holiday for you? Do you feel it's going to affect revelers?
It's going to affect who?
Revelers.
Revelers, that it's not a bank holiday?
Yeah.
Not really, because Trinidad is not a bank holiday for Carnival either, and people still come out, so it just depends.
Monday is the holiday, Tuesday is half day.
No.
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday not a holiday.
Really? Monday is the holiday, Tuesday is half day. Right?
I'm aware of that.
And will it affect your business in any other?
Obviously, I'm a taxi driver.
No, how is that possible?
How will that affect you?
I would hope that the locals could take part in it as well. I thought it would be more fun if everyone could enjoy.
No, I'm not aware of that.
What about you?
No, I'm not.
What about you? Are you aware?
Nope.
Will it affect you in any way? I mean, as a rebel, you came down here just for mass, right?
That's correct.
You jumped in what band?
Just for fun.
What about you?
Just for fun, the best band out.
And what about you?
Same, just for fun.
Just for fun. And because of Monday and Tuesday, do you feel that's going to affect the local revelers down here? If it's not a holiday?
Well, I'm not sure, but for me, no.
What about you?
If they're Trinidad, no.
What about you?
I'm not 100% sure, but if they're from here, then they may not get to experience it, so.
No, but Trinidad, they don't.
Trinidad?
No, in Trinidad, it's not a holiday either, but it doesn't affect anybody.
We'll see, there you go.
Yeah.
And you?
It's not going to affect the masqueraders Monday or Tuesday. As long as you're playing mass, you're playing mass.
No way about it.
You're about it. And how it will affect you? You jump in mass?
Yeah, for sure.
So will it affect you in any way?
No, it will not affect me, you know. It will not affect me.
What about the people who feel like jumping master is their holiday, for them to have the opportunity to go and jumping master? What do you think about it?
Well, it depends, because really and truly, it depends on if their workplace are closed, if their workplace closed on a day, or if they able to provide any kind of assistance, make any arrangements for them if they can get vacation, off days or anything. But for me, I'm not affected, no. My workplace is closed on the days.
Well, as far as I know, the norm is Monday is a holiday and half day we work on Tuesday, and then you have the rest. Monday is not a holiday?
It's rather discussion of your employee.
Well, I think it's a national event that everyone should partake in, so it should be made a holiday.
A representative from the events company of St. Lucia discussed the reasons behind the changes to this year's carnival calendar. Several of the upcoming shows and events still on the agenda were also highlighted. Here is more in this report.
Many carnival stalwarts have complained about a few of the changes made to this year's carnival events calendar. The most notable change being the time many competitions and shows have been held. The public relations consultant for Events St. Lucia, Sumon Plazy, sought to explain that this was done at the behest of many artists.
Change is not always bad. Change can be very good. But let me go back to 2018 after the competition was done, a post-mortem was done as far as I understand it, and the stakeholders came together to discuss the good and the bad. And one of the things that the artist had requested was that it be brought up a week before for a number of reasons. They get the opportunity to be booked for other events without feeling pressured of having that competition on that carnival Sunday, because sometimes they would be, they would lose their voices because they've been on other shows. They'd be stressed with rehearsals and what's not. So one of the things the artists brought up, well, at least the majority of them, was that they would like to compete earlier so that they could take advantage of the rest of the season.
Montplaisy highlighted the experience of Sly, who represented the VA2 boys and was crowned the 2019 Groovy Soca Monarch, saying that he received many carnival bookings following his stellar performance. She did, however, assure that the time frame can be moved once a post-mortem for this year's carnival season is completed.
We will go back and we'll review with the stakeholders, that's everyone who is involved, as to whether or not we keep it a week before or do we go back. But we have put on an event that we think St. Lucians and foreigners will love. Other than Carnival being St. Lucia, we want to embrace the Caribbean. And there's certainly nothing wrong in having our Caribbean artists be part of our Carnival here in St. Lucia.
Events including the King and Queen of the Band, Panorama, Calypso Finals, and many others are still set to occur as part of the 2019 Carnival calendar. For Hot 7 News, I am Lovey Spooner reporting.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Stay with us, we'll be right back.